Hello everybody, this is Tucker Miller here again, and tonight, like I said, for my next movie review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Hercules. Came out in 1997. So anyways, let's get to the plot. So the plot of this movie is it starts out at the beginning where everyone, all the gods are celebrating, and they are so happy for the birth of Hercules. There's him as a baby, and here's him as an adult, voiced by Tate Donovan. And yeah, and Hercules is the son of this character, Zeus. Zeus is Hercules' father, and Hercules' mother is Hera. And then all the gods are happy for them, but however, there's one character who is not happy, and that is Zeus, voiced by James Woods, who wants to take over Mount Olympus. And yeah, and then one day Hades decided to send his two minions, Pain and Panic, to kidnap Hercules and then to make him become mortal. But then but they failed to. But yeah, and then Hercules has lived among the mortals, and yeah, and Hercules doesn't think he doesn't belong here, and he belongs to someplace else, because almost everyone in the mortals don't really like Hercules because, well, he cannot learn to control his strength. And then one day Hercules realized that he's actually the son of Zeus, and that makes Hercules a god. So yeah, and then Hercules goes to the temple of Zeus, and Zeus tells Hercules to join his father and all the other Greek gods, he has to prove himself as a true hero. So yeah, and then on his adventure, we got this horse named Pegasus, and Hercules has to be trained by this goat named Phil, voiced by Danny DeVito. And yeah, so yeah, and then Hercules met this woman named Meg, or Megara, or Meg for short, but yeah, voiced by Susan Egan. And yeah, and then yeah, so Hercules has to do whatever he can to take down Hades and become a true hero, and join his father Zeus in Mount Olympus. So yeah, it's up to Hercules to become a true hero and take down Hades, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what can I say about Hercules? I really enjoyed Hercules. Hercules is another great Disney animated film, and a great movie from 1997. This movie is so good. Good. Many people consider, and I think this is another underrated Disney animated movie. Yeah, this movie is very underrated. Like, yeah. Hercules is such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. So yeah, Hercules. The animation is great, so is the story and the music. Yup, and this movie is directed by the same people. Is directed by Juan Kremex and John Musker, which we all know, the same duo who worked on stuff like The Great Mouse Detective, The Little Mermaid, and Aladdin. And I believe this is their fourth movie that they directed. And yeah, Hercules is a great movie. So, yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed Hercules a lot. Really loved the music for this movie too. So, yeah. But anyways, let's talk about the characters, shall we? Hercules, who is this character? Hercules, he's a great he's a great main protagonist, and I'll definitely have to say Tate Tate Donovan did a great job voicing Hercules. So yeah, Hercules is a great Disney hero and a great character. Hercules is a great character, and I would definitely have to say Tate Donovan did a great job voicing Hercules. So yeah, so Hercules is a great character, and we got this character Phil, who's the goat. Phil, he's another great character, and I would definitely have to say Danny DeVito did a great job voicing Phil for this movie. So yeah. Yeah, Phil was another great character, and we got the horse Pegasus, the flying horse Pegasus. Pegasus, he's a great character, and he's so cute when he's and Pegasus is so cute when he's a baby. So is Hercules. They're both cute as babies, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, Pegasus, he's a great character. Pegasus is another great character. And of course, we got Meg, or Megara, but her friends call her Meg. Meg, she's another great character, and I would definitely have to say Susan Egan did a great job voicing her. So yeah, Megara is a great character, and Hercules and Meg are a great Disney couple. So yeah. So yeah, Meg is a great character. And of course we got the Muses, or the corpse goers, who told the story of Hercules. They're great characters too. And yeah, and Zeus, who's Hercules' father. Zeus, he's a great character too. So yeah, Zeus is a great Disney father. And yeah. Zeus is a great father, and yeah. So yeah, Zeus is a great character, and yeah, and so is Hercules' mother, Hera. She's another great character too, and yeah, and of course we got Hades' minions, Pain and Panic. Oh boy, Pain and Panic, they're hilarious characters. You can't go wrong with Pain and Panic. They are so funny. Like, yeah, Pain and Panic are so funny. I could quote them. Like, there's this scene in the movie where Pain and Panic are like, "We are worms, worthless worms." Oh man, Pain and Panic, they're hilarious characters. He's not gonna be happy when he finds out, or if he finds out. Oh yeah, if it's good. And another one, and there's Pain and Panic. They're hilarious characters, and they're hilarious Disney sidekicks, along with other Disney villain sidekicks, as well as Iago from Aladdin. So yeah. Yeah, Yeah, Pain and Panic, they're hilarious characters. They're so funny. And yeah, and of course we got Hades. Hades, I gotta say, Hades is a great Disney villain. I really love Hades. He's a great Disney villain. And I will definitely have to say, James Woods did a great job voicing Hades for this movie. So yeah, Hades is a great character, and I can tell James Woods I can tell that James Woods had a blast voicing Hades. Yeah, he loves doing his role as Hades so much. When Disney asked him for an opportunity to voice the character, he would do it. He would love to voice the character again. Like he would voice, and I believe he would voice him in so many other projects for Hercules. Like I believe the Hercules TV series, and I believe Hades, James Woods would play his role as Hades in the 2023 Disney short Once Upon a Studio. Which, yeah, when James Woods gets the opportunity to voice Hades, he's always down for it. So, yeah. Yeah, I can tell James Woods had so much fun voicing the character. And yeah. And fun fact, Disney was considering Jack Nicholson to voice. Yeah, Disney was considering Jack Nicholson to voice Hades. But however, Jack Nicholson unfortunately turned down the idea. So yeah, James Woods completely shut down the idea, and so instead Disney has to get James Woods to voice Hades, and I can tell, and again, Hades was a great cast, was a great voice. James Woods did a great job voicing Hades, and I think that's one of his best roles. So yeah. Yeah, and again, if James Woods gets the opportunity to voice Hades again, he's always down for it. So yeah. Yeah, Hades, great Disney villain. You can't go wrong with Hades. So yeah, but anyways, those are the characters I can think of on top of my head. And now, let's talk about the songs in this movie. This movie has so many great songs. We got the first song, the Gospel 12th. If I'm pronouncing it right, sorry I'm butchering the name of the song, but the Gospel 12th, sung by the Muses, or the Corpse Girls, or just say Muses, if I'm pronouncing their names, pronouncing them right. But yeah, the Muses sung the song the Gospel 12th, if I'm pronouncing the song correctly. But yeah, that was the first song from this movie, and the Gospel 12th was a great song. And another great song from this movie, Go the Distance, which was sung by Hercules when he was a teenager. And yeah, Go the Distance was another great song from this movie. And that's probably my favorite song from this movie, Go the Distance. So yeah, Go the Distance is a great song. And another great song from this movie is One Last Hope, which was sung by Phil. And yeah, and I have to say, Danny DeVito did a great job singing the song One Last Hope. So yeah. Yeah, One Last Hope is a great song. And another song sung by the Muses, or not Muses, the Muses. Sung by the Muses, Zero the Hero. Zero the Hero was another great song from this movie. So yeah, Zero the Hero is another great song. It's the song where Hercules became famous, and yeah. I really like the song Zero the Hero. That was another great song. And another great song from this film is I Won't Say I'm in Love, which was sung by Meg, or Megara. We'll just call her Meg for short. But yeah, the song was sung by Meg, and yeah, and I would definitely have to say Susan Egan did a great job singing the song I Won't Say I'm in Love. Yeah, I Won't Say I'm in Love was another great song from this movie. So, yeah. So anyways, and the final song from this film is A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born was another great song too. So, yeah. Yeah. So anyways, those are the songs I can think of on top of my head. And of course the song A Star Is Born was sung by the Newses, or the Corpse Growers, however you call them, but whatever you call them, but yeah. Yeah, Hercules, yeah, those are the songs those are all the songs from this film. So, yeah. This movie really does have a great soundtrack. And not to mention, the music is done by the same person who did The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which would be Alan Menken. So yeah, Alan Menken also worked on the music for Hercules. So yeah, I really love all of Alan. I really like a lot of Alan Menken's music. So yeah, especially his Disney music songs that he did. And yeah, Alan Menken is a great composer. So yeah, a musical composer. So yeah. So yeah, those are the songs from Hercules. This movie really does have a great soundtrack. And yeah. But anyways, yeah, the first time I watched this movie was back in, I believe, 2014, when I was on vacation to Colorado, when I was visiting my cousin and my aunt and uncle, and of course my grandma, when she was living in Colorado around that time. So, yeah. Yeah, I remember I watched this movie for the first time on Netflix while I was at my aunt and uncle's house in Colorado. And I gotta say, after watching this movie on Netflix back then, I really enjoyed Hercules. And the scene, and I'm gonna be honest, the River of Death scene in this movie, that scene, the River of Death, the River of Soul scene, or the River of Death scene, kind of terrified me, honestly, when I first watched it. Kind of got terrified, like, you know, with the scissors, and with the scissors, where they got a string, the characters got where these guys got a string, and they cut it with scissors, and then it killed Meg, and yeah, and they tried to do it with Hercules, but they couldn't, because Hercules is a god. And yeah, which that scene actually kind of terrified me when they cut the string and kill Meg, which that scene kind of scared me, kind of terrified me when the first time I watched it. And I told Grandma about it. And I asked Grandma, does that really happen in real life when you cut a string and it kills someone? But it turns out, yeah, I remember that. Matt, I remember asking Grandma, would that happen in real life? So, yeah, but she said, of course it wouldn't. I know, it's just a movie. But yeah. Yeah, that scene kind of, I was curious about that scene when I first watched it. It kind of scared me. Like, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I really remember that the first time I watched this movie. It was back when I was in vacation in Colorado in 2014, visiting my grandma back when she was living in Colorado, and my uncle and my aunt and my cousin. So, yeah, and we watched it at my aunt and uncle's house on Netflix, back when this movie's on Netflix. Now it's on Disney Plus. So, yeah, I really enjoyed Hercules. Great movie. This movie is a very underrated film. So, anyways, that's all I can say about Hercules. So, anyways, I'm gonna give Hercules a 10 out of 10. There are absolutely no flaws with this movie. And yep, zero to hero. So, yeah. But anyways, that is it for my movie review on Hercules. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on Mulan. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye.